Maeshowe. So we've got the Southampton Dockers 226.81 against the
Oh dear,
Kilmarnock
Derek.
Kings 188. I don't know if Derek's still here. The Whitchurch Warriors 146 against the Turbo Titans 216. So that's better than their 65 last week. Sandbach Satans 234.65 against the Whitford Educators 128, so nearly double. Chester Hurricanes 239.68 against the Nottingham Rebels 161.45. The Birmingham Master Chiefs 146.10 and Aaron gets the win 159.97. It gets into 5 and 4. The Glasgow Lightnings 241.17 against the Lancashire Bombers 232.65. Who bloody soul is that?
Yeah, that's very unlucky for Lancaster Bombers there. That's to score 232 points and not win is a hard one. And look at that, the balls not the balls, but
there you go.
Kendrick Bond was a very sore one, and every right to play him, Booty, sorry. Oh no, Booty was out from the get-go, was he not? Or did he
No, he played, he got injured right away. He got injured, he had one reception, well, he got thrown to once and that was it, and he got injured. Came up against Brock Bowers, though, doesn't help.
Yeah, that does. But I mean, that was it, and to have the foresight to put in Monongai when Swift was out, massive move, and very much worked out in his favour. It just didn't work out. He ran into some big scores on the other side. Alec Pearce knocking it out the park, having a big week. Joanne Jennings bouncing back, and of course, whoever plays Brock Bowers. I mean, 57.6 points. There are 8 leagues. There's 8 teams who are cussing playing against Brock Bowers this week because everyone who has him played him for sure. You have to think it anyway.
Yeah. Well, you had Washington on the bench, Hawkinson, Robinson.
I mean, he's played the right team though. Really, it's Sam Darnold quarterback. I guess is the one. And if Sam Darnold's the one that you would think 41 points could have made a difference. But I think who was it that he had? And he had in Flacco, yeah. So no
Flacco,
difference.
So
in fact, he picked the right one, So yeah, hard week for Lancashire Bombers. Great win for Glasgow Lightning, and Josh Allen's now through the bye week too, so can only be good things going forward there. And yeah, well, Derek, 108. I mean, 188 points isn't awful, but yeah, that's like I said, Derek. It happens. It's we all have these seasons. Having to play Tyrone Tracy's not helping, and Derek Henry's been in the scheme of
he got the yards.
Yeah, but it's, I mean, from from where you drafted Derek Henry, you're looking for a lot more than 16.85 points from him any given week. You're expecting massive things, and he's been a disappointment for Derek all season. I'm sure DK Metcalf there as well. Just too many weeks with 3 points and such, to really get you into it. And of course, McCaffrey's wasted in his squad because he's been absolutely flying.
It's dropped Kamara, which is good.
I mean, yeah, the right players are on the bench. I am an or. He's just been so frustrating. He really has, in the sense that you're waiting for the week that he's going to bounce out, and every week he does just enough to make you think next week's going to be the week that he bounces out. And of course it never is. So the fact that he's on the bench is the right place for him at the moment. But yeah, Southampton Dockers now 8-1. The squad looks absolutely brilliant. It looks like it can only get stronger with the likes of Trevion Henderson. I know he didn't get a touchdown at the weekend, but he got the touches with Stevenson out, and he looked decent with them. He looked decent with them. Royal Raiders, there's Aaron sitting there at 5-4, along with Whitworth Educators, and they do have that 1 game gap now between 6 and 7. So that can make a bit of a difference.
4 game gap between 1st and 7th.
Yes, Southampton Dockers, they can start thinking about the playoffs now and maybe looking to top the division, and of course this is Division 2, so getting up gets you into the top league. And then the Sandbach Satans, they're pretty good, as they're comfortable, and with 2,000 points scored, yeah, they're going to be playing in the playoffs. But from Everett's Turbanville Titans and down, the 6 and 3s down, it's all to play for, and it's all the way down. Even the 3s, I know they're 2 games behind now, but there are still 5 to go. And I keep saying 5 games in a row is very doable, a 5-game win streak, and the 3 and 6s. Derek and the Lancashire Bombers, they are still in. They need to win 4 out of 5 minimum.
Yeah,
I'm in the
keep it
stage
the
as well
hard
where
one.
I'm 3-6 in mine, and it's pretty much you're still in it as long as you're winning. But your next loss, I would say, it's a long way from there. But I do believe that there are 3-6 teams who will get to the playoffs this year. There will be teams sitting at 3-6 right now who will make the playoffs, and that's what I'm hanging my hat on as well.
Definitely. So here we go. So we've got the Richard Warriors. We're going to get their ass scalped probably against Southampton Dockers, 8-1. Sandbach Satan 7-2 against poor Derek, 3-6. Nottingham Rebels up against the Turbo Titans, so that's 5-4 against 6-3. Then you've got the Master Chiefs at 2-7 against Whitford Educators, 5-4. 3-6 Lancaster Bournemouth, last week's unlucky team, up against Chester Hurricanes, 4-5. Then the Glasgow Lightning, 4-5 against the Royal Raiders, 5-4. That's a big one for Aaron.
Massive one for Aaron down there, Glasgow v Edinburgh and all that as well, you know. So, but big game, and at 4-5, 5-4. If Aaron can win that, you know, it puts that daylight in between the two, and
Has he not
would
set
be
his
a big
team?
way to go into it. Big step towards the playoffs. But yeah, I mean, he's got. I mean, Coleman there.
No.
BT's not going to be playing, I don't think. So he might have to take BT out. But yeah, I mean, he's got some players there, like Gadsden, great. You know, the Gadsden pickup was massive, and he's got Cortland Loveland sitting there on the bench as well. So, you know, I mean, you can play two, you can play them both. Would you be playing them both? Is that Loveland announcing himself as yes, I'm here, and you need to pay attention now the way Gadsden
I'm
did a
not
few
sure
weeks ago?
because you got to think that the 14 points of it was that last catch in overtime or at the end.
Yeah.
So, and it was a miss. It was a broken tackle. It was a bad tackle. It was left him free.
He bounced off about 4 of them, didn't he? It's like they didn't want to tackle him.
He should
I'm
have
the
only
same
got
there as
20
well.
yards, not a touchdown, and 58 yards.
I'm the same with it there as well. But poor Aaron sitting with Rome and his team who had a goose egg, a complete total and utter goose egg, and then he's got Loveland on the bench who goes and does that. And that's the problem with the Chicago pass catchers for me this year. There's just too many of them, you know. Burton's still going to have some games, you know. Rome's had a couple of real bad ones now, and DJ Moore's had a couple of good ones, but that will flip again soon, you know. There's just too many in Chicago for me. And they're all going to have good weeks and they're all going to have bad weeks in my eyes. And that's where the problem lies there. But Aaron's running into Brock Bowers this week as well, which is massive for Glasgow Lightning to have Brock Bowers back. And at 4-5, well in the hunt. Yeah. For me, the 2-5s and the 2-7s here, the Birmingham Master Chiefs and whoever it is, it's down the bottom there. The
Witchers Warriors.
The Birmingham and the Witchers Warriors, yeah. They're kind of, I mean, it's all about staying in Division 2 now. It's Division 2, you're one good season away from the top division. Division 3, it seems a long way away, you know. So I think of all the relegation battles, the Division 2 relegation battles are the most tasty ones because they're the ones that, and you say Division 1, yeah, you're going, you know, you want to stay in the top division and all that. But Division 2, even if you get relegated from Division 1, you know that you're only one good season away from being back in it again. But when you go down from Division 2, it's a long way up to the top. So for those two teams, I would be now definitely be looking at who's got good matchups in week 15 and 16. They're the guys I want to get in.
Well, I remember Dave is the unlucky one who lost the game this year because of score correction, or he would have been 3-7. But then Everett would be 5-6. But so or 3-6. So yeah.
Yeah.
But
so
scoring wise, he's quite far down with the score. Well, 1,500 is worse in the leagues, but
yeah, I mean, it's just a long way back when you're three wins behind with 5 games to go. If there's more than half, I would say that you're not getting there. And so, yeah, for them, I think it's all about weeks 15 and 16 and trying to stay in that division. And for everyone else, I mean, even Derek, even the Kilmarnock Kings have got a chance of making the playoffs still, you know. It might be a long shot, but there's a chance. So you want to still be playing week on week until such times as you know there's no chance. You're playing week on week, trying to get that win and trying to keep yourself in the hunt. And of course, up against one of the 7-2 teams, it's a tough one for them this week. But if they can find a way to win that game and go 4-6, he'll be feeling a whole lot better about himself.
Definitely. And the highest score in keeping the Orkney Bowl.